You're seeing this video, it's your sign to drink some water. Bitch, you're dehydrated, okay? I mean that with all the love possible because I am as well. That's been one of my go-to things lately. I've been trying to prioritize health, fitness, lots of water drinking, helps with the digestion, helps to do number 2. Welcome back to my channel. In all seriousness, I just felt like yakking at the camera today. I also started a poll and I even asked in my YouTube live, I was like, hey, I was just wondering what kind of videos you guys like the best. Do you like the sit down videos? Do you like the jewelry hauls? Do you like, because I do a lot of different style videos. My favorite personally is vlogging. I like sit down videos too because I'm just talking at the camera and they're a little bit easier to edit. But my joy is in editing vlogs. I like to do that. I like to do it all, but my favorite is vlogging. Today I kind of wanted to talk to you guys. Sorry, my furnace, it snowed like quite a bit. We were supposed to get like 9 inches and I think we got like 3. But I wanted to talk about something today, and I wanted to talk about your intuition and listening to that inner voice. And I've been doing a lot of reflecting. I've made some changes in my life. I'm trying to make changes for the better. I feel myself changing in a positive way, and I think with change comes some sort of a resistance to it, even if it's a good change. I've been feeling very angry, and I feel like I've talked about this in some videos before, but I think that that's one of my emotions that I really struggle with is anger, and not in a negative aspect necessarily, but anger as far as like, anger is my strength and it's also my weakness, because it's my weakness in a sense where, you know, if I get too angry and I have too many pent up emotions, it comes out and I'm just crying because I'm so upset, because it just builds and builds. It's just how I am. And I think that that comes from, you know, years of suppression and kind of being made fun of growing up, told that I'm a big baby for crying about things, because I was a very sensitive kid. But to get to my point in this video, I want to talk about listening to that inner voice and listening to that voice that's guiding you, because like there's so many times in my life when I look back and I'm reflecting, I think about like past relationships, past jobs, friendships, where my intuition, I have a very strong intuition. I know not everybody does, but like everybody has that inner voice. I feel like I obviously don't know for a fact because I'm me and I just only know what I'm capable of, but I've heard other people talk before. But I feel like everybody has like this voice, and it's like this inner knowingness, and I can't tell you how many times in my life that I've tried shutting that voice out, and every single time that I do, I just end up falling on my face. Things get considerably worse, whether I stay in a relationship too long, and like when I see the first red flag, I just keep going, and I don't listen to that inner voice because I tried to see the best in people and it screwed me over in the end. Or in past seasons where I've seen flags in a job and I'm like, oh, well, I need the financial stability, and I didn't make decisions based out of fear, and I didn't make, like as far as the job, I didn't make the decision because of finances. I was afraid of running out. I was afraid of lack, and I'm finally just now like discovering this, but like after going through my whole life pretty much taking care of, like I've taken care of myself thus far. Like I pay my own bills, I have my own house, like I'm very independent in that sense. And if I would have just listened to my intuition from the beginning, like eventually I do, but there's been some really hard lessons that I faced in life not listening to that voice. And for some odd reason lately, I've really been listening to that voice, and we'll see where it takes me. But I've made some decisions in my life, and I feel like I'm kind of reaping the repercussion of those pent-up emotions. I haven't allowed myself to cry. I haven't had the time to cry if I'm upset about something or I'm just emotional. Like I haven't been releasing my emotions, so to speak. I'm a very emotional person. I do have like a good cry session here and there. But like lately I can't get myself to crying, and I was like, okay, well, does that just mean I'm more emotionally regulated? But I think today kind of went to show like how hard I was really pushing myself to follow my dreams, because I have all these ideas and I'm trying to get caught up to a certain point, and like I have very high expectations of myself. I expect the most out of myself, and I was feeling very overwhelmed. I'm gonna tell you a little small situation here. It's kind of embarrassing, honestly, but like, I have all these expectations set out for myself, and I am the hardest on myself. I've given myself a lot more grace throughout the years, and I'm just sharing my experience. Maybe somebody can relate to this. I'm just sharing about life and kind of what I'm going through. And I think I have ADHD. I think that's what my problem is. Like, I have depression, anxiety. Those are just diagnoses or whatever that the doctor gives you, but I really feel like I have like a hyperactive issue, and I have to constantly be busy. I have to constantly be doing something. If I'm sitting on the couch, I feel like I'm lazy and I'm not productive. And like, some of my videos are very scattered, but I eventually get to the point, but I like go around and I go down these rabbit holes, but it does have a main point, kind of like what I'm doing now. And I'm aware that I'm doing it, and I have like this internal dialogue that is like, Tyler, you're doing it again. People are gonna be off track. But every time I go back and watch the videos, I'm like, oh, it actually did make sense. You know, like sometimes I'm talking at the camera and it doesn't feel like I make any effing sense. And it's like, I get really frustrated with myself. And I think lately, my biggest lesson lately has just been being a lot more patient with myself, listening to that inner voice, giving myself more grace. And I'll tell you where the grace thing come into aspect of where I have grown a lot. It snowed, and my snowblower has decided to be a piece of shit here and there, and it doesn't want to start. Well, I have really long arms, right? I have a wingspan. I'm 5'10", and when I pull it, my arm goes back quite a ways because the cable pulls out quite a ways when you're pull starting your snowblower. Well, I primed it and I put on the choke just like I normally do, and last time it started up just fine, and I have it in my entryway, so I have this genius idea, well, I'll just blow off like my deck and then I can go down my walkway, and then like it just works out that way. But today, for some reason, little things have been getting under my skin. I've been very testy. I've been very kind of feeling on edge and kind of agitated and just really crabby. And I'm like, what the hell is my problem? I don't understand what my problem is. And I know what the underlying issues are, or like kind of what's happened lately, but at the same time, I'm like, I'm usually not like this. What the hell is going on? Well, I'm outside and I'm trying to start this, I'm in my entryway, trying to start the snowblower. Strike number one, so to speak, I slammed my hand back and I punched the wall on accident. I was like cussing, and I'm pretty sure my neighbors heard me. And stuff like this always happens when there's people around. It's never when nobody's in the neighborhood. And this is why I hate living in town, because I was a country kid. If you got pissed off at something, you just let it out. And I've had to like really mask my emotions in the city, because you can't like start freaking out on a piece of machinery. Like, I lost my shit. I lost my shit today, and I'm not proud of it. But looking back, and then it wasn't funny, but now it kind of is, because I'm like this strong, independent woman. I don't need no man. And like when you push a strong person to their breaking point and they just can't be fucking strong anymore and they've just had enough. That was me today. I hit my breaking point and I cracked. And it took that, and then I took it outside and the door wouldn't open. I couldn't find enough room to like start the thing, and then I started cussing because I'm sick of living in Minnesota and I hate snow and I don't like the cold and I don't want to be here anyways. Like, when I say I completely lost my shit, I'm not kidding. And I was outside and I was pushing my snowblower, and then I flooded it, and I'm just like, well, great, now I might have to get a freaking new spark plug or something. And oh my god, I was just upset. And so I was like, F it. So I came inside. I like my neighbor, bless her heart. I hope she doesn't think I'm a psychopath. She's right across the street. She's driving up. I'm like, of course, I'm throwing a tizzy when my neighbor's pulling up. Maybe she knew I was throwing a fit. I was trying to keep it under control. Anyway, I pushed the snowblower inside and I grabbed the shovel and I'm like, fuck it, I don't need that snowblower anyway. And I shoveled, and I was like, ooh, if I could just go to a rage room just everything. It wasn't that situation. It was just everything building up to that. All the shit that I've been putting up with in my life, and just things, and working and not dealing with my emotions. And I cracked, because I'm not perfect. I'm human. And I'm sharing this story with you not to shift your perception of me, but like, I don't want to come on this app and pretend like I'm a perfect person, because I have emotional outbursts sometimes, and it happens like twice a year. And I think it's because I have like a hyperactive brain. That's like one of the things in ADHD. Like, I'm not making excuses for myself, but like, I go and I go and I go and I go and I push myself to this burnout, and I push myself pretty much damn near over the edge. And I do this to myself, and I'm aware I'm doing it. I even talk about this on my videos, but I was like, oh, if I just, take a little nap, then I can get up and work. Like, I'm addicted to working, and I have this dream and this vision. I'm obsessed with it. And today I just had to allow myself, and I came inside, and I didn't want my dog around me. I just wanted to be left alone, because that's how I cope with things. I've dealt with so much stuff by myself for the longest time. If I was crying in front of someone and they tried to comfort me, I don't think I'd know how to react to that. I don't want people touching me, and I've never been like this. And I just needed a second. I took a breath, and I sat in my chair here, and I have this 3x4 foot canvas that I'm working on, this octopus painting. I was like, and I'm upset about this painting too. I just wanted, earlier I wanted to punch a hole through the canvas. I just was so done with it. I've been working at this thing for 2 months. It's 2 months too long, and I'm like, I just want to get it done. And again, my biggest thing lately has been learning patience, and I'm a pretty patient and laid back person, but when I have way too much on my plate, or I'm not listening to my intuition as much as I should, it ends up being like this. And I kind of looked at the painting, and then tears just came down, and I started bawling. And I didn't cry that hard. I didn't cry for that long. Neither was a couple of minutes, but it was just a few tears, and I let it out. And I sat on the couch, and I passed out, and I fell asleep because I was exhausted. I pushed myself to my absolute edge, end of my rope. I was not okay. And I think that anger was, from some of the things that happened recently in my life and just kind of changes I've made. It's been hard for me. And as much as I try to be strong about certain things in my life, it's hard for me. And I just feel a lot of times I get very overstimulated as far as technology goes. I've been bad at responding to messages. I've been bad at responding to comments, not because I'm self-conceited or egotistic, but I don't have the energy. I'm exhausted. I am tired. And I could sit here and explain to people until I'm blue in the face, or maybe you're somebody who's working on your dreams too. You can sit there and explain to someone until you're blue in the face how hard you work, and they hear you, but they're not listening. They don't try to understand because they don't get it. And it's not that they're bad people. It's just that it's not that I need anyone to see how hard I'm working. It's just that sometimes I get really frustrated. It's if somebody would just give me a little bit of grace, I'm doing the best. Sometimes you're just living your life and doing the best you can, and you have all these pressures and expectations and opinions of other people, and it's in your circle, and it's not that they're bad people or they have bad intentions. It just gets overstimulating sometimes on top of everything else. And especially when you're working hard on your dreams, and I am busting my ass to make a different life for myself, and I'm not kidding when I say that. I poured my absolute heart and soul into everything that I do, and I've said a million times over, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I made some choices and some decisions on a whim to just do something, and you'll see a little bit later in some of my videos, but I just feel like I need to find Tyler again. I need to get myself back. It's I have me, but I need to get away from the noise. I need to get away from the opinions and just listen and tune into that voice, because there's too much static around me. There's too much noise, and I just need to listen to that voice and focus on my purpose, because, relationships used to be a #1 priority in my life, and now I'm to a place in my life where I'm okay if it doesn't happen. I've never thought I'd say that, but my priority is my vision. My priority are the things that I'm doing with my life, because it's not only going to propel me forward, but I see myself changing, not in a negative way, but I'm making this video too because I'm sure there's somebody out there in the world that can relate with me, and maybe it'll help you not feel so alone. I'm just sharing what I'm going through. It's feeling like I'm outgrowing a lot of things. I am outgrowing stuff fast, habits, tendencies, people, things that I used to do, toxic traits. We all have them. We do. I got them. I mean, shit. I was cussing at a snowblower today. Because I'm a strong, independent woman. And then I started crying and I was like, but I'll figure it out tomorrow when it's no longer flooded. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can only push the pedal so much until you run out of gas. And my biggest thing lately is listening to my intuition. It's like, where are my priorities? What's important to me? What's not? And one of the biggest and the hardest things that I'm going through in life right now is shutting out the outside noise of people like, oh, you didn't respond to my message. I'm sorry, but I never sit there and tell somebody, hey, you didn't respond to my message. How come? Where have you been? Like, people don't owe me an explanation. If I really have a concern about somebody that I'm close with, I'll be like, hey, I noticed that you've been distant, blah, blah, blah. I just want to make sure you're okay. Like, it comes from a loving place, but in my life, and maybe it's how I'm perceiving it, I feel like it's very judgmental, and there's so much expectation out of me. I just feel like so many people expect so much out of me, and I'm expected out of. Like, I'm out of the expectation. Like, I have nothing left to give. I don't. I'm tired, and I have this purpose and this vision, and I'm listening to this intuition that's guiding me because, like I said, not only is it going to propel me forward, not in an egotistical way, but I want to get better. There's nothing with wanting to improve yourself or your life, and it's to help people in the future. The reason why I'm trying so hard in my art and in my YouTube channel and every single thing, that I have never believed in something so much in my fucking life ever. I've never believed in it, no matter how many low moments I've had, no matter how many times I've felt like giving up. I get up the next day or an hour later and I allow myself to sit in my emotions, and I get up and I start again and I try. I have never believed in something so much in my life, and the reason why is because what I'm doing has purpose. And it's from losing my mom to suicide, and that's part of it. It's not my whole story. That's just a part of my life. That's just something that happened in my life. But I want to send people to treatment and make a difference in society. That is what I want to do in life. I want to, travel, and I want to explore, and I want to see the world, and I want to do different things, and I want to be surrounded by people that are like me. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that, and small-minded people will certainly make you feel guilty for feeling that way, and there's nothing wrong with wanting more for your life. One of my biggest hiccups in life lately is like telling somebody something, they're like, oh my god, I'm jealous. You can't be happy for someone? Seriously? Like, if I know someone that's going on like a vacation, for instance, like California, Florida, they're getting the hell out of here because winters are rough here in the northern hemisphere. I'm like, have fun, live your best life, shut your phone off, because I know that my soul needs it sometimes too. And the one thing that I really have a hard time understanding is, like, I don't just go up to people and say, hey, I'm jealous, because I'm not. I'm happy for them. Do I wish that, there have been years where I was broke and like I couldn't go on vacation in the wintertime. It's like, oh man, I wish I could get out in the hotness, but I didn't want to make them feel like shit for leaving. So I was like, I'm happy for you. Go do it. And I kept my thoughts and emotions that were sort of negative to myself because I wanted them to enjoy their time. I know how short this life is, and I know how important it is for your brain to go see the sunshine and touch some grass and some water, and like half the year we don't have grass here, and that's probably partially why half of us are clinically insane or depressed because like we need the sun to survive. But yeah, listening to that inner voice, staying in situations for way too long, you will struggle. And I've said this lately. I had this aha moment, so to speak, and it's like, would I rather, how am I trying to phrase this? Would I rather be struggling and staying where I'm at and sucking up something that I don't like? Or would I rather struggle and try something new and take a risk and do something different with my life? You know? That could go many different directions. It'll resonate how it needs to, is what I'm trying to tell you. However you took that is how it's supposed to resonate. And it's okay to leave things behind, even if it's for a season. It's okay if you're outgrowing things. That's one of my hardest lessons. just outgrowing things. And I'm a different person, I'm more mature, I still have tendencies I need to work on, but we're human. It's part of life, you know? Yeah. So if you're watching this video today and your intuition's guiding you and you have that inner voice that just won't stop saying what you should do, like you should start that business, or you should go on vacation to the Philippines, or you should go travel to Costa Rica, or you should go on that solo trip, or you should go for a hike, or you should shut off your phone for a week and disconnect. Whatever your soul's telling you, there's a reason for it. And I think in those moments is where we find the answers. So if you got anything out of this today, I hope it helped. And I won't be upset with my snowblower tomorrow. I'm just putting it in timeout. Actually, I'm in timeout. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. Until next time, homages. Peace out.